Okay, I'm on here to give a testimony of different things that the Lord has done through my life. Jonathan Kleck is made a video talks about reaching into the fire and pulling souls back out, and that's my purpose for doing this video. The Lord has done so much in my life, and up to this point in hearing that message, I've kind of really kept things to myself, with the exception of telling friends and family, and just sharing where the Lord, kind of led me to share my story. Um, One of the things that the Lord has done in my life was He delivered me from a really bad spiritual. It wasn't spiritual, but it was a real bad spirit of fear. And the spirit of fear that was upon me was brought on by a lot of stuff that was done to me in my childhood, and hopefully through telling my testimony, I'm going to be able to reach out there and help somebody else that may have gone through similar circumstances, and help them through it. Um, there was a lot of, it was like child molestation and just different real negative things that you know made me afraid of life and made me afraid of people. And the Lord really delivered me from it when I was in my 20s. I had such a bad spirit of fear that I was afraid to go to the grocery store by myself. I remember my husband, he got tired of going with me, and made me go this one time by myself, and I just cried. I mean, I just cried. It was just devastating for me to have to go by myself. He was like my security blanket. So, anyways, I that's just to let you know how bad that spirit of fear was, and of people. And I knew I wasn't supposed to feel that way, and so I started searching and started reading and doing things that would, kind of help me feel better about myself, or forcing myself to get around people and meet people. And one of the things I did was I went to work in a Denny's restaurant, of all things, the third shift. And that's where, the drunks come in after the bars close. So, I mean, yeah, that really helped me overcome my fear of people. I forced myself to stay there even though I didn't want to. But, I mean, it was a major turning point in my, dealing with people and everything. And, uh, I went and, through reading and everything, like I said, um, it started turning me around and everything. The most of it was the Bible. And I remember sitting and I was listening to this evangelist on the TV this one day, and got up to go to bed, and I heard a noise, and it just a gripping fear come over me. I was so tired of being afraid that I just cried out to God, and I said, Lord, I know I'm not supposed to be afraid like this. I said, I need you to deliver me from this fear. And so I went ahead and I went on in and I went to bed. And as I laid there in my bed, and you're probably not going to believe this, but I know, there's people out there that's going to be able to, that the Lord will get this in their hands, and they'll know that I'm telling the truth. But as I laid there in my bed, and I don't know if it was a vision or if the Lord actually took me out of my body, but I raised up above where I was sleeping, and I was looking down inside onto where our apartment was, and it was like the roof was just kind of peeled back, and I could see myself there. I could see my husband there. I could see, my babies. They were all there sleeping, all three of them, and everybody was just as peaceful looking as could be. And then the Lord showed me, there's these different colored lights, like spirits or something, and they was like flying all over the outside of my apartment. And as they was flying, they would go down and they would hit this invisible, it was almost like an invisible force field that was over the where the roof was supposed to be. and they would bounce off. It was like they was trying to get in, but they would bounce off. And the Lord allowed me to see. He says, see, he says, they're out there. He says, but I'm protecting you. And with him saying that, from that moment on, I was delivered from that spirit of fear. I mean, we all have our nerves and our things that we get afraid of and everything, but nothing like a gripping fear that just doesn't allow you to, you know, go through life normally like you should go through life. I remember I would sit there and I'd be like, Lord, why am I here? You know, I don't even deserve to breathe the air I'm breathing. I said, what am I doing here? But anyway, this is going to be a series of videos, you know, to share different things that the Lord has done in my life. And he's always been there. Even when I was a little girl, before I even knew about the Lord. I remember my mother told me I was about 3 years old, and I was outside playing on the swing set, and I ran into the house and I told my mother that Jesus had told me that she'd better pray, or that she'd better start praying. And my mother said that was before I'd ever heard the name Jesus. So, in conclusion, that's just a short clip of, and you have to excuse the nerves. This is my first video, and it'll get better. But anyway, I'm hoping and praying this is going to fall into some hands that's going to help somebody overcome that fear in their life. And God bless, and we'll talk to you soon.